If you're watching this, you probably care somewhat about public policy. I don't know what your issue is. Different people have different issues. You might care about protecting the environment, or you might care about having a good education for our children. If you're conservative, you might care about having lower taxes or a stronger military. Whatever it is, if you're a citizen of the United States, you probably have some public policy issue that you care about. All right, so get that public policy in your mind. Have you got it? All right, you can't have it. The reason you can't have it is because some interest group that is spending a lot of money on making campaign contributions to Congress in order to buy excessive influence that you don't have, is going to get their way on that issue, and their way is going to be for their economic benefit, and it's not going to be for your welfare. That's the way campaign finance rules work in the United States right now, and that's something that only we can do something about. It's as if your tool for accomplishing public policy, and your tool is the election system, Congress, state legislatures, that tool is broken. And before you can do anything about any of those public policy issues, before you can help protect the environment or get lower taxes or get a good healthcare system, you have to fix your tool. And so that's why we have to look at the issue of money in politics. Money in politics is not like the other issues. It's the issue that the others depend upon. The only power strong enough to combat the money in politics is the people, the citizens of the United States. The citizens can be a counterweight to the money. Right now, the reason money works so well is because people aren't paying a lot of attention. I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. I was in the Colorado legislature. I was the minority leader in the Colorado House at the time of the Columbine shootings. And the next year, I carried a bill to require background checks at gun shows, because most of the guns that were used at Columbine came from the Tanner Gun Show, which is in Adams County, Colorado. And while I was carrying that bill, I was at some social event, and a woman came up to me and she said, "Are you carrying the bill to do background checks at gun shows?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "It's going to pass." I already knew that the bill was not going to pass, that it was going to die in the House Appropriations Committee. I needed 2 Republican votes and I only had 1. So I said, "No, the bill's not going to pass." So the woman got upset. She said, "That's terrible. After Columbine and those kids being killed and the guns coming from that gun show, that's terrible. Why isn't that bill going to pass?" she demanded. She was mad, and because I was the only one there, she was mad at me. I said, "Do you know who your state representative is?" She said, "No." I said, "That's why the bill's not going to pass." So the first thing we need to do, whatever issue is most important to you, the first thing we need to do for you to get something on your issue, to get what you want, to get what a majority of people in the United States want, is to fix the tool. Fix the legislative and election process. And that means there's 2 ways to do it. One is to reduce the influence of money, and the other is to increase the influence of people. Because of Supreme Court decisions, there's limited things that we can do to reduce the influence of money, or reduce the amount of money. But we can reduce its influence by empowering people to work on campaigns, show up at legislative hearings, make their voice heard in campaigns and in the legislative process. If people are quiet, money speaks. If people are not quiet, then their own voice is going to carry a great deal of weight.
Hey, we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world.